여기가 나가는 길인가? 여기는 어디야? 나왔구나. 나온 김에 그냥 가자.
Revelio.
뭐야?
Revelio.
이게 다야? 여기 뭐지?
Accio.
이건 뭐를 의미하는 걸까?
Accio. Incendio.
What?
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Accio.
오,
I should investigate. Revelio.
오호. 이게 다야?
Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
얘는 뭐지? 이거 뭔가 있을 것 같은데 아직 내 마법으로는 안 될지도.
Accio.
관계 없는 거구나.
Revelio. Accio. Incendio.
치킨.
Incendio.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping
모르는데?
someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. Essentially, a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device.
슬레이더 스파이어를
Sadly, I'd
해본
imagine it's
사람이라면
rusted beyond
들어봤을
repair
거야.
now.
아스트롤라브.
Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
이 주변에 아주 퀘스트가 많구만.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
마법사가 아니라
Pardon me, is
Cowboy
everything all
같아졌네.
right?
Hardly.
Yes.
I've just lost my
난
business and
마법사가 아니야.
almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
이 미션.
Oh, Ranrock
걔
has no
같은.
patience for goblins who
Alright.
won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as
야,
equals,
카메라 일 똑바로 해라.
bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
Has Ranrock's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now. But they've always believed that violence is the
전투가
only way to
돈가스인데
get what they
난전투 안
want.
하는 방향으로
Things have
진행했음.
taken a much darker turn of late. Ranrock
전투하다가
is getting
유달이
more
돼서
powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ranrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
You mentioned that your paintings were taken. Are you a
넌
painter?
좋아할 거야,
I
키키.
am. It's my calling, though most would think it an
Hufflepuff는
unusual path for a goblin. Most of my family work in
전투로
metal
먹고 살지.
or associated with Gringotts. I'd wager my
그것이
finest
우리의
brush that
방식이다.
Ranrock's lot have no appreciation for any of my work, and it'll be tossed aside for kindling. Without my carts and my livelihood, who knows when I'll be able to paint again?
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me.
그렇구만.
It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts. Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
What are you up to now?
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
무슨 일이지? 아, 잠겨 있어.
Arn, about your carts.
Oh, yes. Still missing, unfortunately. I'm hoping they return to me soon, but I fear my hopes may be in vain.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be so...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
아, 이제
Regret crossing my path.
Stupefy. Instantly.
Kill you for this when I get down.
꼬꼬대기 되어라 이 말이야.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
자네 좀 치는가? 오.
Do you really think that we can hold them off?
I'm not going anywhere with you.
세군.
You take this, you
Tell Rook to find himself. Expelliarmus.
that one.
포션이 한 개도 없다 이 말이야.
What on earth just
아,
happened?
기술.
I've never been accosted in such a manner.
무장 해제
And
5
so
번.
close to Hogwarts.
너 잊지 말고.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one
What?
who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer.
뽀뽀뽀뽀야.
Has her own shop in
그럼
Knockturn
인정이지.
Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
아하.
The flames make the pile sink.
이지하구만.
Merlin's beard! How beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I
여기가
have what
꽤
I
있구나.
need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
멀린의 시험 완료. 새로운 퀘스트. 아하. 그 전에 수레를 찾아야겠지.
A portrait in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
나 그전에 좀 물약 좀 사자. Hey.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
Any whispers going about the town?
You may have noticed we have a bit of a rivalry with Upper Hogsfield. Not much to it, but we're still the better of the two Hogsfields. Better than most other places, too.
Can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Oh, let's see. Well, I am Lower Hogsfield's preeminent potioneer. But I was once a lowly Hogwarts student like you. In fact, I'll give you the Hogwarts discount. It's the standard price. My prices are low enough already, you see.
What do you have for sale?
I sell only potions and their ingredients. If you can't fix it with a potion, then it's best left broken, I say. My ingredients are all local to this area, and my potions are brewed to keep you healthy and safe.
What do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
내가 필요한 걸 갖고 있군. 여기 비싼 거 아니야?
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice.
두 개밖에 못 사네. 다 팔자.
I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you. I hope to see you again sometime.
두 개면 충분하겠지.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn. Wonder who lives here.
지팡이 손잡이. 오.
Accio!
저기 보이는구만.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Eight legs is simply too many.
저거 뭐야?
Revelio.
멀린의 시험이니?
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Expelliarmus! Incendio!
오케이.
Accio.
맞는 건가?
Levioso. Incendio. Accio.
뭔가 반응 있는 건 이거밖에 없으니까. 맞겠지.
This looks intriguing.
뭐 있나? 뭐 있구나. 안 끝났어.
Accio.
것 같은데. 그렇다면 이게 아니라는 건가?
Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
아!
Accio. Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Expelliarmus! Past the ruins. I'm on the right track.
저건
An
뭐야?
encampment. This must be it.
이거부터 합시다. 3마리, 4마리.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter. Accio! Levioso! Expelliarmus!
Anne will regret not joining us. Not round now.
How many of you are there? Expelliarmus! Incendio! Accio! Protego! Stupid child! Expelliarmus!
어우,
Seems your art isn't in this. I won't.
Expelliarmus! Accio!
Was meant for me? Was that your best?
Expelliarmus!
I've been
Protego!
right.
Incendio!
Pity, not quite. Not quite.
oh no.
You can't stop.
Expelliarmus!
아, 이런 씨.
Kill spells glance off of me.
G를 눌러도 안 먹네. 종료됐대.
Looks as if there's more than one way to
석궁을
enter.
뺏으라는데 공수를
How many of you are there?
만나야겠다.
Expelliarmus!
너니 넌 도끼잖아.
Expelliarmus!
석궁을 방금 뺏은 거.
Accio! Levioso! Easily. Levioso!
bit of dying, are we?
Levioso.
아 씨.
Accio.
정답 보고 싶어.
Protego. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus.
Didn't have to end this way.
포션 좀 꽉꽉 채워 다녀야 될 것 같은데.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
뭐야 밖에도 있네.
How many of you are there?
아,
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Protego! Stupefy!
Run, we're here to see this.
Protego! Stupefy!
What an unfortunate end.
Expelliarmus!
스페파이로. 공대원을 띄우고.
Levioso! Protego!
Why can't I hit you? I should have been.
Pity, not quite.
이걸로 부족한가?
Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Was that just
Protego! Levioso! Accio!
아 어디서 때리는 거 아직?
Expelliarmus!
Not quick enough. Enough of this.
자꾸 보이지 않는 데서 쏘는 게 까다롭네. 그리고 타이밍 맞춰서 Q를 누른다고 해도 이게 막는다는 보장이 없네.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter. How many of you are there? Expelliarmus!
Hello?
Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Always up.
Incendio! Protego!
Stop!
Levioso!
때렸고.
Accio! Incendio!
포션만 있으면 이거 그냥 갖고 노는 건데 사실. 근데 저거 수레를 풀기 전까지는 계속 나올 것 같은데 저기. 잠깐만 이거 멀리 시험이야.
You won't get away with it. An utterly pitiful display.
Protego! Accio! Levioso!
Ranrock will lead us to victory.
저거구나. 아, 너무 멀어 씨. 좋아.
Expelliarmus! Protego!
You have been notified.
아 저기 씨. 와.
Levioso!
This doesn't hurt.
Accio!
내가 오래 뛰어나야 되는데.
Ranrock will unite us.
Expelliarmus!
Hello?
Levioso.
어쨌든 깨졌네. 버그인지 뭐냐.
뭐지 왜 나보다 적게 나온 키키은.
적게 나오다니 난 다 잡았어.
나 암살자 러쉬에 무너졌는데 키키은.
나 싹 잡았어.
Accio. Levioso. That was quite something.
아, 격렬한 전투였지.
Now to free Arn's carts.
무장 해제하는 거를 다 하겠네. 일단 전투 기술 하나 남았고.
난 계속 젠데던데 키키은. 버그인가?
대부분은 버그입니다. 아, 좋아 좋아. 드디어 용에서 벗어났구나. 난 용 눈깔.
Accio.
용 눈깔이 아니야.
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
아 나도 여기 다시 와야 되네.
Quite an enchantment. The carts
아, 이거
returning to Arn.
움직이구나.
멀린 시험 치르려면.
Levioso.
아,
Accio.
아, 요 시기에
저거 지가 알아서 가.
아주 좋구만. 근데 이게 끝이 아니네.
Incendio.
캠프파이어를 하라는 얘기는. 그런 게 몇 개 있다는 건가?
Revelio. Levioso.
아하.
Accio.
자, 날아오시오. 4개밖에 없어? 5개 아니야? 아, 여기. 아, 그래. 5개. 하나 더?
Revelio.
밖에 있나?
Revelio.
아, 레벨. 여기. What?
Revelio.
오호, 이 붓을 어디서 찾아야 돼?
이제 나랑 메인캐 똑같네.
여기 있다. 아하.
Accio.
뭐야 이거?
Incendio.
길을 열어서 이리 와라.
What's that?
Oh yes man. 다 따라왔구나 내가.
킹벤토리 증가.
아 좋았어요. 근데 이 버섯을 어떻게 먹냐 이 말이야. 저 안으로 가야 되나?
Incendio.
저 버섯은 못 참지.
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus.
5대 마법으로 적을 물지. 예.
Incendio. Potato. Accio. Incendio. Accio.
털을 많이 모았다.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Incendio. Revelio.
What? What? 어디야?
Revelio.
Oh man. 허플퍼프통.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. ㅎㅍㅍㅍ, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
This could be right up my street. Even we Hufflepuffs enjoy a good mystery.
Yes.
Glad to hear you are up to the challenge. Plus, I believe you'll benefit from this undertaking. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great-niece can tell you more.
Can you tell me more about your great-niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming A즈kaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there. Soon, I
사랑의
hope.
포로.
Revelio.
저 멀리서 종소리가 그렇게 멀지 않은 것일지도 멀지도. 안 들리네.
It's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that fupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need.
귀찮네.
You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in... I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
아, 귀찮게 하네 정말. 선 넘은 것 같은데.
Of course. You never know when you might need a quick means of escape from the castle.
Brilliant, thank you. But you should know that it's not exactly quick. It's the secret bit that's helpful. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the 3rd floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Descendium.
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
Are you asking me to steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeyduke's is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed. Trust me.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find.
여기구나. 자물쇠 따는 거 언제 배우는 거야 대체?
Revelio.
아, 여기가 아니야? 와우, 엄청 멀리 있네. 여기서 올라가면 되겠다.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Levioso and stupefying combined. You in from a foreign if you know.
Revelio. This place has seen better days. Revelio. Revelio.
우아하구만.
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here somewhere.
버그보그 목격주의. 뭔가 필드 보스 같은 느낌이 드는구나.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now.
Excuse me, did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
아우를 지키는 자.
Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
땡. 오막 주스.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Revelio.
Upper Hogsfield is being terrorised by Ranrock's loyalists. It's not right.
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
Yes? What about?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
She mentioned dark magic and even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
Could Bardolph have run off?
No, he'd never leave me here alone. He did speak of going to talk with Victor Rookwood. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark magic. Rookwood is as dangerous as Ranrock, in my opinion.
Is there anything your brother took with him that might help to track him down?
Only his satchel, journal, and a woolen jumper I knitted for him. That's all I can recall.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
What do you have for sale?
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up hope. Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
Yes.
What are you looking for exactly? Marvellous. I could always use more of these. Thank you for passing through.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
캠프 부수기. 루머스.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang. It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
오블린 캠프를 정리하시오.
I should investigate.
Human to worry about.
Revelio.
꽤 많은데.
Nothing over here.
대충 봐도
One
숫자가
of Ranrock's camps, exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Who's there?
One less human to worry about.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Arrogance.
Levioso. Accio. Protego.
You are postponing the inevitable.
Levioso!
You're like a glum bumble beneath my feet.
Revelio!
Child.
Incendio!
I will make you
Protego!
pay.
Levioso! Accio! Well, stupid! Levioso!
I won't.
Expelliarmus! You've one less follower, Ranrock. One camp down, one more to go. Revelio.
날 앞서버렸군.
One less human to worry about.
시야가 트인 곳으로.
Expelliarmus!
공제와트.
Protego! Stupid! Levioso! Revelio! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
No! Not quiet enough.
공격해.
Regret coming here. How nice of you. One less human to worry about. I don't have time for this.
Expelliarmus! Protego!
I won't.
Stupid! Expelliarmus!
Fight about as well as a pumpkin. Won't get away with that.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
I will make you pay. Stupid taken out.
Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
이런.
Wonder who lives here.
I do miss the bustle of business.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
잘.
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Thank you. Sincerely.
좋았어요. 방금 건 서브 케어였고 이제 메인 하러 가야지.
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Revelio. Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldritch believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to A즈kaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to A즈kaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in A즈kaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
I've always wanted to see A즈kaban. Count me in.
I suppose it has a peculiar appeal to some, but it can be terribly disconcerting. Fortunately, being a retired aura has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Go.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the Ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul never was the brightest girl, and that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in A즈kaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea.
Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
Very well. Let's go.
Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
go. 아즈카반을 다 가보네.
앞서버렸다 이 말이야.
오호. 그렇구만.
Expecto Patronum!
와, 토끼가 개쎄네.
That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. Mind your step.
I never thought I'd see the inside of A즈kaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
Careful around, Anne. She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
애는 조심하래.
If I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you so little of what you should know at Hogwarts.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
Has someone come to feed me? Is someone there?
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hogsfield.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave? Near Upper Hogsfield?
Hogsfield, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield. I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
많이 어둠 마법 방어 교수 엉킬.
But Madam Thistlewood,
개센데.
All right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave.